Okay, YouTubers, this is the winning attorney, Graham Barry, and he's going to explain the situation. It's not a full win. It's about a 3/4 win the way I see it, but Graham, I'm sure, has a better way to explain that.
Good morning, Anonymous. It's Friday, October 24th, and we've just come from the Los Angeles Superior Courthouse, where the AngryGayPope case was heard. As most of you know, AngryGayPope was served with a temporary restraining order on August 14, 2008. And since then we have been litigating the case. He was served with proceedings under the anti-harassment statute of California, which simply put enables people who feel they have been harassed, stalked, severely distressed, annoyed, or threatened with violence to bring a restraining order against a person. And 2 Scientology employees at the AGP building on 6331 Hollywood Boulevard brought these proceedings against AngryGayPope. We filed a motion under the California anti-SLAPP suit to have the proceedings dismissed. And we extensively briefed that. We filed voluminous evidence, and Scientology opposed it. Today, our motion for a SLAPP suit came on for hearing. If it was denied, there was going to be an evidentiary hearing. So today we first of all dealt with the SLAPP suit. The judge gave us half a loaf. He held that Scientology had not made out its case in favor of Mr. Miranda. However, it found they had established a prima facie case in connection with Ms. Uvizzle, the angry shirtless lady. I think
anti-shirtless lady.
The anti-shirtless lady.
She wasn't angry. Maybe she was.
And the judge held that there was no violence, but she had been annoyed. We gave submissions. We presented submissions on that, and you will read all that later in the day and later in the week. So we went. We went from the proceeding on the anti-SLAPP motion to the evidentiary hearing as to whether a TRO should be imposed in favor of Ms. Uvizzle. The court. Sorry, I was distracted there. Yeah. The court declined to have a full evidentiary hearing. It said it had read the extensive briefing and reviewed the declarations. We had argument as to what it all meant. We argued that the case the judge relied on was not apposite. We argued that there was no threats of violence, no substantial emotional distress, that at all times there were security guards and security cameras, and that everyone who gets picketed is likely to be annoyed. The judge declined to hear further argument and essentially ruled that AngryGayPope had stepped over the line by following Ms. Uvizzle after she had expressed her desire that he leave her alone. So the judge granted the TRO against Ms. Uvizzle, denied it against Mr. Miranda. On the fee issue, that was a wash. We had argument on how extensive the TRO should be, or now the permanent injunction, which lasts for 3 years. We argued that under the abortion cases, 15 feet was held adequate. The judge rejected that, and against all argument decided that 50 yards would be the ambit of the restriction on AngryGayPope from picketing Ms. Uvizzle's place of work or her home. So that's where it now stands. It was a 3/4 win. The judge did what we lawyers call splitting the baby, sent us both away unhappy, and here we are now exercising our freedom of speech by picketing on L. Ron Hubbard Way opposite Big Blue and the Birthing, the advanced organization of Los Angeles where Scientology does its upper level processing, and the street is now clear of anyone except the handful of anonymous who joined me here. Later in the day and later in the week I will be providing the documents, the most recent documents for AngryGayPope to post on his website, and I will probably post something to Why Do We Protest explaining more fully what happened. So go for it, Anonymous, and the message from today is that you should not follow any individual Scientologists. If they ask you to stop following them, you should stop. Direct your protests at Scientology as a group and not at individual Scientologists. In other words, be polite, civil in your protesting, but don't let it dampen the message that you take to them on issues of public interest and importance. Thank you, and go Anonymous.
Thank you, Graham. This is wonderful, and I saw you act in court. It was just mastery. I wish we had a recording of it. We don't, but it was just beautiful. We will have a transcript, correct. Yes.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
It's going to cost us $55, and I think AngryGayPope has enough donations to pay for it.
He should, and if not, we'll all chip in if we have to.
At court today with me was Barry Van Sickle. He was sitting in the courtroom. He is an attorney who handled the Yanni case before I took it over back in 1990, and he has had some extensive experience on Scientology cases in past years. He has now reappeared on the scene, and we are cooperating together on various cases which you will hear about in the coming months.
Yeah, I was very impressed with him, and let's see how that turns out.
He's one of the good people.
Sure is. I'm glad to have him on our team.
Yes, and he's especially good on a pallet work.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Graham, again. Bye.
My pleasure.